Yeah, Mason Mount, what a goal last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you could watch
Both
that
of
over
them.
and over and over. They were both brilliant
Both goals.
Yeah, you're right. And I got a little bit of criticism for saying how much I admire Ben Chilwell. Right on time, on cue.
I saw you react to someone. How can you have Chilwell instead of Shaw? Well, I think you've just seen the reason.
Chilwell's just answered it.
That was what you said. Yeah,
amazing. But the goal from Mason Mount was really, really special, because what you're expecting him to do when he receives the ball, what you're expecting him to do is just hold it up back to goal, then play it back to somebody else in midfield. But no, he's got this imagination where he sees the picture of it all unfolding. And not only does he see it all, he's got the courage. And I would call it courage, because if you lose the ball in that position and they break on you, then you're going to get criticised by your manager. You risk being dropped. You risk losing your England place. You risk losing your place at the Euros. You know, there's all sorts of consequences if you get it wrong. But he had the courage to see that vision through, and it was a vision of an amazing goal. And once the defenders dived in and not got it, and he will have measured that in his mind, Mason Mount, he'd have thought, he can't get there, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to wait for the ball, and then I'm going to turn, and then instantly hit it. I mean, he takes it so early, and I think that's what beats the keeper. A lot of people criticise the keeper, but I think the fact that Mason Mount did it, and the surprise of it, and the early taking of the striker as well, now that was a world-class moment, wasn't it?
Absolutely world-class moment. I can't argue with you one bit. I mean, I think we've both been Mason Mount fans. The big question is, but how do you fit them all in? But I think, without a doubt, over the past 3 months, in fact, all season, but really over the past 3 months, especially with a new manager coming in and still delivering, because everybody used that excuse, well, he's Frank's favourite, because he were at Derby and then he were at Chelsea. I think the lucky thing is, but Frank worked with him as a real youngster at Derby and gave him his wings, gave him that belief, told him what he can achieve. And then when he started for Chelsea, that was just the extra little boost button he needed to take it to another level. And he has done. And now he's done it with another manager coming in. Because sometimes youngsters, they can be liked by a manager, a new one comes in and you don't get the opportunities. But I think he's proved to everyone, wherever he is now, wherever he's been at, England, Chelsea under two managers, he gets in the starting 11.
Well,
that's how good he is.
You've got to remember, in Tuchel's first game, he left him out. And we were all surprised, weren't we? And then he must have quickly realised in training or whatever, I can't afford to leave this kid out.
Unless it was, look, I'm here to show, but there's a clean slate. Everybody's got a chance. Mount's played a lot of football under Frank. You're not playing this game. I want to have a look at everyone else. But straight away, what happened next game? He was straight back in. And he had a good game as well the following game. So since then, I would say when he's picking his team now, he's one of the first 3 names on the team sheet without a doubt. I don't think there's any doubt.
No, I would agree with that. We've got to remember as well, because I know there'll be people typing tweets as we speak saying, well, what about West Brom? Well, he was rested against West Brom as well. He was left out of the starting lineup against West Bromwich Albion. And it's kind of getting to the point where Chelsea literally can't do without Mason Mount. So in the space of just a couple of months, there will be people who are thinking, well, is he all that really, Mason Mount? Not quite so sure about him. What's the big fuss about? That was basically the narrative around Mason Mount. Even from some of the pundits who work here, ex-players who work here, they didn't get it. And then we've got to the point where Chelsea, when they leave him out, there's a massive risk. And they can't afford to leave him out. He's producing world-class moments like we saw last night. But the question is he world-class? That's a different question. You can produce world-class moments, but does that mean you're a world-class player?
I don't think he's world-class yet. I think he's a fantastic player. And I think he will even get better with experience. And I think that's the same with quite a few of them. But I think what we've got to say now is, but this is a good team, Chelsea. They're playing in Champions League, in the latter stages of the Champions League, quarterfinals, and he's delivering. He's delivering in the Premier League for a team that are expected to get into the top 4. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. If he goes round, would he get in any other team in the Premier League? You look around and said, yeah, he'd play plenty of football matches, no matter where he was at, whether it be Manchester United, whether it be Manchester City. You know what I mean? So his quality, high quality. I don't think he's world class yet. That's a big name. That's a big word in it. World class. It's big.
World class is all about.
Is Haaland world class? Would you put Haaland in the world-class bracket? Or is he alongside Lewandowski and Harry Kane and Mbappe? Is he?
His numbers would suggest yes. For a striker, and we're talking specifically about Haaland, you're talking about goals and the all-round game as well, but the goals would suggest Champions League goals. It's just ridiculous, his numbers. That would suggest yes. With Mason Mount, I'm looking at everything that he's being asked to do, and he's ticking the box. He's putting his hand up and saying, yes, I'm doing it, and he's doing it very, very well. He's now become an indispensable player for Chelsea. They can't leave him out. I make you right that he gets into every other side, and including Manchester City. Now, when we talk about that, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily better than other players at Man City. What the best way I look at it is that if Mason Mount was signed by Man City, or they tried to sign him this summer and they put him in the team, would he look out of place?
Well, if he played instead of Gundogan or played against Bernardo Silva, would he look out of place? No. So, and I think that Man City are different to anybody else, aren't they? Because they haven't got a best 11. They've got a best 14.
Yeah. Well, more than that, yeah.
Well, I would say realistically 14.